The 2025 Scholastic Nationals, hosted by League OS returns. Llama and Bearlight here with you. A special thank you goes out to League OS for powering this national competition. Head to portal.leagueos.gg to set up your college portal profile today. Llama, we got to witness one side of the coin as far as semifinals are concerned, but now it's time to find ourselves somebody to challenge Beavercreek from Dayton, Ohio. We've got Benjamin Franklin High School facing off with the Michigan High School Esports Federation champions in Mason-Bedford.
I got to actually watch Mason-Bedford earlier today in that first round stage where they were able to actually upset the number 4 seed from the Toledo War Battle of Ohio and get their spot in this matchup. But it is a spot that you have to face off against this number 1 seeded team. And if anybody is going to challenge for the championship, Benjamin Franklin High School have been the cleanest. There's a reason they're the only team that got a bye in this bracket. It's because they have been winning and they've been looking very, very good while doing it.
Gotta bet. I mean, this team is just absolutely clinical. Every touch has a purpose, and you have to know that if you're Mason-Bedford right off the bat here. So, once more, you have to be able to track down X-Sync, and his ability to create plays is absolutely devastating for teams that have gone up against them so far. Basically, a perfect run so far, especially when we talk about series. Going a perfect 9-0 yesterday. Benjamin Franklin High School from Los Angeles, California is one of those teams that just, they'll have a target on their back, yes, but it's very difficult to go up against a team that has the prowess that they do.
Yeah, it's like you got a target on your back, but they're the Terminator. It's like you're not actually taking down this guy. Like, what do you think you are? I mean, it's a best of 7. That's the great news is, can the Terminator last a full best of 7? Can that offense continue to roll through and do as they've done for even more? And I think it's pretty interesting with how the bracket is structured. Sure, you get the bye. You don't have to play a dangerous first round matchup, but you're also sitting for a little bit. Advantages, you get to watch your opponents play. You get to kind of note down all of what their ideals are and what they want to bring to the field. Disadvantages, you might be coming in a little bit colder than the team on the opposing side.
Yeah, and if you're not taking those notes, you're definitely doing yourself a disadvantage because then you're becoming cold and not really learning anything from it. And you kind of get back out. That's when you see teams get caught by surprise. So that preparation is everything for these teams. And so I'm very curious with you, Llama. As far as these two teams go, we saw X-Sync, PC, and Coop yesterday for Benjamin Franklin High School in Mason-Bedford. Obviously, we just saw them. So do you think Spoons and him and Ibra have a chance to go up against this team from what we saw yesterday?
I think they've got a chance, but they've got to play really physical. I mean, they need to take down X-Sync, as you said, and there's a reason why it's not just X-Sync that we talk about. It's this whole team that even if you shut down X-Sync, it's going to be those follow-up targets you need to deal with. So confidence is going to be ever important. You've got to say they are not the number 1 seed. They are just another opponent. We have to fight them like we would any other opponent. Play our style of gameplay, work towards the skyline. I still think Benjamin Franklin is favored in this matchup and is favored to win the entire thing, frankly. But, you know, everybody is human and everybody slips up eventually.
Mason-Bedford didn't win Michigan, the state of Michigan, just to come here and flop in the semifinals. They're going to give them a challenge. There's no doubt about it. Can they get the job done against one of the best, the number 1 seed in Franklin High School, Los Angeles, California? We'll be going up against this Mason-Bedford team as we begin game number 1 now.
Starting off here with the first game of possibly 7. Love those best of 7s, but X-Sync is gonna love scoring. Coop just absolutely filthy on this bump. Helps out with the scoring.
Yeah, Coop out in front, no boost in the tank. Instead of just trying to scavenge for a 12-pack or whatever, you know, hey, let's go to the corner and get the bump instead. So being proactive, making a play without boost is something you love to see early.
An early goal here for this number 1 seeded team, and they're right back to the sky. How do you shut down this guy that just goes to the air, wins a 1v2, and then demos out the last guy? Coop is able to regain, win the bump. It's just aerial mechanics all day long, and we're only 30 seconds in.
Ibra's going to be challenged right off the rip here. X-Sync had to turn and go backwards. So quick 180. Has just enough boost to kind of play it off, but used the backwards momentum of Spoons to be able to get that one cleared. But now we've got a chop to the middle. Him was there. X-Sync got the demo there. Coop credited with the save. I'm not sure he got the save actually on the stat line, but that was a pretty clean play defensively regardless.
defense is something underrated, I would even say, from this Benjamin Franklin High School crew. They score a lot. Their offense is phenomenal, but boy, when they are in that blue defensive side, they just hold. And of course, as I say such, Mason-Bedford have to score.
Spoons set up Ibra, all three members getting a touch when they transition to the offensive side of the ball. That's the way you have to play. That's the way they come out playing. And a great sign for Mason-Bedford to be able to answer as well, which teams have been struggling to do against Franklin.
Exactly. It's not just a Rye solo play, it's a full setup, and him, what an effort to force Xink off their heels, who still finds a way to make the double save, but forcing them into bad scenarios. A great sign that you're not doing it late in the series. This is the start. This is how you come out swinging. Now can you score again with all this bumping and demoing offense?
Ibra's done a great job of kind of wading in the waters as the other team looked to try to step in, but Franklin High School, now another shot. Rings off that side post. Xink will play it on and looking for PC, but that one's going to be cut up in the process. The Spoons got up in a hurry. Now looking to direct it on. Great job to kind of pick them up, almost a rule one, but it will get out to center before anything transitions further.
Goes for that bump. He goes for the long range shot and just scores. No boost, maybe plus a bump as well. And it's the back and forth. Coop helped out Xink on the first goal, and Xink returns the favor.
Yeah, the way he was able to just kind of plant himself on the wall was great from Xink. To get back to it, even though you don't boost, you're able to kind of use that height that you got from the wall itself to be able to get that one to the center. Be able to give the lead to Benjamin Franklin High School. And this one will play high to him, who's waiting for it. A great touch of a Coop, but directed on target, unfortunately for him. Maybe that play developed a little bit too quick, but you hate to see that one go unpunished regardless.
Slight mistakes. When can you find the adverse reaction to it? And Xink just steals it from everybody who held the patience. It's a 2-goal lead now for Benjamin Franklin.
Spoons did a good enough job trying to get it off of PC, but couldn't get the extra touch, which would have directed it away, but unfortunately, guess who was waiting right there? X marks the spot, and he was able to label it top shelf, top cheese, as we say in the industry, a 3-1 lead now.
That 2-goal advantage is just insane to watch as Xink makes another incredible read. Him is challenging. Him is bringing all that confidence over towards the goal line. It does feel like eventually, when does that confidence hit a brick wall? When do you just start to go for more of those passing plays instead of the solos? Because right now, Xink and crew, even though it's a 2-0, or not a 2-0, 2-goal lead rather, the shots are even. They have denied Mason-Bedford on 5 out of their 6 attempts.
Sinks up high yet again. And you're seeing the accuracy from Mason-Bedford be a little bit off, and I think a big part of that is the way that Benjamin Franklin has been able to really play with speed. It catches you off guard. You have to make decisions a little bit quicker than you're used to, more than comfortable with. And then that's when you start to see things slide a little bit. It's not by any means a bad look or a bad play. It's just they're a little bit quicker, and it's very difficult to kind of play to that degree.
Teamwork as well. It's not just quickness, but it's play together. This communication factor that they bring, it's nice. Here's another communication that needs to be done, and Icy makes sure to bury it. 80 seconds left to go. Both teams still fighting.
There's a reason they call him the Icy Ibra, because ice in the veins. You need a big goal. You need to be able to get back within 1 and still have time on the clock to be able to challenge here in this game, number 1. That's a big way to do it. Right in the middle, dead center of the net is how they get back into this game. And PC was having trouble with that one, but it served as a fake and came back down, tried the pinch, but wasn't able to get much after that. Xink also trying to push into the box. Left for him. Back to Ibra. Looked back towards him, but a little bit too hot to handle there. Didn't matter as Spoons right back on it, but they only got a minute left. PC's going backwards. Spoons up for this one, but just off the post.
Fourth man, I swear, the most valuable post, the MVP of every single game, returning back to the field. And this time for PC, will have to return back to the midfield, where they cleared that one all the way down the full length. At this point, it's 40 seconds left to go. 1 goal is not a great advantage to have, knowing Rule 0 can hit. But for Coop, wins a 2v1, and Xink is there for the hat trick.
It's so hard. They have a no hesitation attitude. Plus, they got out of a double commit on the right wall, too, so they kind of got out of harm's way regardless. But Xsync, no hesitation into the box, able to slot that one as well. And what a bit of a cushion here with 32 seconds left. They need something quick off of this kickoff if Mason-Bedford want to stay competitive in this game one. But Xsync instead, oh, the foot resets are clean with it. They'll just kind of dance with it up in the air for that reason. More time on the clock.
Just possession control right now. That's all it is. The lead from him takes the shot and scores. Patience up plenty as Spoon sets up a beautiful lead cut and goal.
This great job to again get a timely goal. This team is not going anywhere. They won a state championship for a reason. They continue to be on the gas pedal here to try to take themselves out. But watch kickoff very closely. It's a fake. Ibra, they drew something up, but unfortunately did not quite get it over the direction they wanted it, and Xsync able to push it into the corner, down to 4 seconds left. They'll push it downfield though, an opportunity as this one will stay up. Xsync needs a touch and gets it. Now Coop will be able to play it the length of the pitch, and it will hit the ground. Benjamin Franklin get away with the Game 1 victory.
Wouldn't be as much of a victory, though, as you thought it was if you saw the scoreline with the nameplates off. Benjamin Franklin, it's a Game 1 victory, but it's not their usual domination, and I think that's a great omen for Mason-Bedford. They have set up a really good structure for themselves in games to follow. They shot 9 shots on that game, scoring 3 of them. That is a great opening game to this series. And, you know, even though you don't get the win, it's now, can you continue that into game 2? If you play like this for the rest of the series for Mason-Bedford, you are going to make it a very, very close one.
Especially if Spoons comes alive, too. I mean, those are the numbers we're used to seeing from Spoons. Ibra and him did a great job to step up and keep it close. If Spoons plays a little bit more to his identity, then we see a very, very close challenge. We even might have seen an overtime push and a win from Mason-Bedford. So, yeah, you can't sleep if you're Benjamin Franklin High School. You got to continue on because right now they were making a push. But how about the hat trick from Xsync to keep things really heated up for them, keep things perfect in terms of games played and continue to just make a statement piece in this playoff. So they'll take the 1-0 lead, but a lot of work to do as they head into game number 2.
They're going to win 3 more if you want to earn that second spot in the Grand Championship. Only one of these 2 teams can make it there, and this best of 7 will decide who earns it in towards that best of 7. Benjamin Franklin trying to do exactly that in game number 2.
Going to be pop high. A chance right off the bat here for Mason-Bedford. It's free, and Ibra will slot it. Great placement on that shot. If he would have just shot it back into the net, it would have been saved, but instead they get the early lead.
Incredible. I think this team off the kickoff just said go, go. It is green light time. It is everything in front of us. And if we can score first, we can kind of hold that over their head. For Mason-Bedford, being able to continue to hold that scoreline and maybe force Benjamin Franklin in towards those mistake-driven scenarios when they're down so many goals, that is truly where you can ignite this offense.
A couple great touches here from Coop. Played off back wall. Ibra not able to connect with it. Spoons could be bumped off of it. And Coop was kind of bumped into the play as well. A little bit of an awkward pinball situation circulating, but Coop held strong and made sure that there was no exit plan available here from Mason-Bedford. But look at the control there from Xsync. The equalizer is a nice one. Another solo play is right what we've seen all series long.
All I can say is gross. I mean, the patience on that first touch is one thing, but to finish the job into the net, I mean, 40 seconds in, it's a response goal as well from Xsync, who's just been playing out of the mind, and it's going to continue to be such. It's going to continue to be a hard defensive series here for Mason-Bedford, but they were the ones that scored first. They were 5 seconds in, right at the jugular. Now where can they go? Can they find another goal? Can they re-even out this series? Because at this point, it's Benjamin Franklin who are just getting minuscule advantages that are piling up to an avalanche.
Try to play to an awkward spot for the defense on the other side of the equation. Mason-Bedford did a great job to kind of settle into it. And him right back up to the wall. Right by PC. This one right back down to him. Does not have a lot of boost. Great flick though. Try to get the support for Spoons. It will break through and right back on top for Mason-Bedford.
Spoons comes alive here as it is just a great faking shot. I mean, it brings literally everybody up on that triple commit. You see the lines kind of diverging into each other. No one really had a clean shot at that save. And with 90 seconds off the clock, all of a sudden, Mason-Bedford here to fight, but Exink just answering back with a huge touch off the back wall. Demolition will slow things down for PC. Can't get the shot on target, but can keep it alive here. Exink is waiting in the wings at full boost and almost gets dunked on.
Ibra was waiting there and had a good read on it until that last second adjustment that you saw, but right back to work. Now looking to bank it off the back wall, try to find a teammate, but found Exink instead. Never who you want there. And Spoons will just have to kind of cycle it around to the corner, waiting for him. Spoons had to come across late. Exink will be free out in front. Coop will punch this one in for the equalizer. That one looked pretty easy there, Llama.
It's just because Exink makes it look easy towards the backboard, and it is Coop that has been there. The handoff has been perfection. The teamwork has been perfection, and you know what my mom always used to say? If someone makes something look easy, it probably is very, very hard.
That's what the great ones will do, for sure. There's no shortage of great players in this tournament. Exink from the corner, eyeballing Coop on that far side. Does have flip reset in hand. Try to extend it over to Coop, and the extra touch from him as well. That was 2 additional extra touches from Exink that you really don't expect as a defense. And Coop did a great job as well avoiding a bump with no boost in the tank to clear that one too. Because everything that they throw at them from the Mason-Bedford camp towards Benjamin Franklin has been read and kind of countered to some degree.
They've adjusted the game plan enough here in game number 2 that Mason-Bedford have had their own questions to ask, but the bump is just insanity. Him gets the assist, and Icy delivers an icicle right to the netting.
Great fake from him to pull it down was such a wise choice. Because you know that Benjamin Franklin has a good idea and read whenever you're trying to play as quickly as you can, but when you're able to kind of settle in and slow it down just a tad, you're throwing a changeup when they're expecting a fastball, and that certainly will keep them at bay. Be able to give yourselves a lead with just under 2 minutes left here in this game, too.
The demos and physicality has been nuts. I mean, continue it, keep it up. That's the way you're going to score, and Coop with no boost. It's set up awkwardly. Him off that backboard. PC has to jump that one out. No boost of their own. It is just this defensive side struggling to get it out. Finally, someone in the name of Exink punches it forward off the backboard again. 90 now to go. Coop just waits the patience. This is a great floater. Exink is in the air again. Off the backboard, double the angle. Not quite there. And Coop can't finish the job.
Such a great idea, and just that close to being able to execute as well from Exink. But this one left out in the middle. Somehow they saved it originally, but it will get through. And Mason-Bedford up 2 now.
This is a knuckleballer here off of Icy, who is just shooting quick. It doesn't end up as quick of a shot, but it's because it bounces off post and crossbar combo to find itself in the back of the net. And you said it, a 2-goal advantage here. I don't know that we've seen anybody have this over Benjamin Franklin all weekend long. And with them even shooting 8 shots at a same cap as Mason-Bedford, it is the accuracy that is the true killer right now for the Benjamin Franklin defense.
Another perfection in this tournament, very much threatened here. For number 1 versus a number 5 seed matchup, this seems like both teams are basically dead even, and I would stick to that as well. The way that Mason-Bedford has been playing is the exact same team that won Michigan. Love to see them step it up when it matters. But PC trying to challenge this one too with 30 seconds left. They're trying to get one to go through, but Benjamin Franklin is denied.
We'll see if they can bring that denial back towards their own goal. Are you kidding me? 1v3 of the decade for Exink. It is incredible.
Yeah, to pull it back down, get the flip reset, but you just served as a fake to get one to fly past you. And that was before you already made an original move as well. Then you just strong arm, flex on him a little bit, and Exink is certainly making it interesting. As we know, Franklin High School can certainly score in bunches, but they have 16 seconds to do it.
Need another here. Coop and Pruitt next to the layup pass. Xink has got the shot. But he's got boost except him, who has to jump forward. They keep it alive in the offensive zone. Xink, backboard, work from Coop. It's just in. 2 goals in under 30. Benjamin Franklin is BACK back.
No quit in this team, I'll tell you what. And Ibra almost read that one too, but just a little bit off. That's such a difficult read to make. And Coop made them pay after Xink has just put in the heart and soul that's true of an all-star. But now 0-second chance. Ibra brief whips, trying to get back to it, but PC able to tap it down to the ground, and we have overtime.
Of the effort here from these two teams. And now the clock will start to count up instead of down. How much longer can you hold in this game? You are Mason-Bedford. This would be a 2-goal lead that you had, a game that you felt was right in your back pocket. And now you've got a chance to close it out and turn off all of those bad thoughts, though. For PC, it's Coop, the duo, that send themselves flying in. PC hasn't been involved on any of the goals yet in this game, but yet it feels like they have the opportunity. Coop gets it anyway. Hat trick, game sealer. Benjamin Franklin up to 2 in the series.
Just heartfelt effort from Benjamin Franklin High School. Being down by 2 with less than 30 seconds left, they always seem to find a way in the overtime winner to complete the comeback effort here in what was one of the just absolute, just the ability to be able to kind of collect yourselves and be able to put together that type of effort is certainly the best we've seen in this tournament and all semester long, probably through every single league that's here. That's just something special there from Xink and the rest of the squad in order to get the job done. And what was otherwise owned by Mason-Bedford suddenly turned into Benjamin Franklin High School win.
And there's nothing less on brand for Benjamin Franklin. Their victory track of choice, Never Gonna Give You Up, by Rick Astley. And it is the second game victory that they never gave up on. They pushed forward over the edge. And now for Mason-Bedford, you're not out of the series, but man, that one has got to hurt.
Big time. I mean, you want to talk about how you can really get into your own head and really start to panic a little bit. And one way to do that is by surrendering that 2-goal lead very late into it. You had them right where you wanted them. You had a chance to end their perfection, which quite frankly would have all gone the other way into Benjamin Franklin High School's heads and said, hey, we had a perfect tournament going and that's gone. Now suddenly, maybe they start to overthink things a little bit or things start to play out a little bit different. But because of that big win from Benjamin Franklin High School, it's going to be tough for Mason-Bedford to get anything going traction-wise. They need a win in this next game. Otherwise, Llama, I don't give them much of a chance, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, reverse sweeping anybody is tough, but a team that has not lost a single game throughout the entire weekend, I'll mind you, not even today. They have got the chance, though, to cut it down before it gets to that scenario. If they can win here, if Mason-Bedford can find 2 in a row, bring it back to a best of 3, it is very much doable. But Xink has been playing out of their mind. Coop has been right beside them in so many of those goals. And that duo is something you're going to have to find a way to shut the door shut on.
Better to do it than Ham and Spoons. They're going to be the 2 up in this play, and Ham's shot a little bit wide, but you had Ibra committing the other way, so in transition, one of the easier goals for Benjamin Franklin High School as he draw first blood.
PC knows when to go forward, and Xink dodges away from the first touch. Make sure to make the opponent work for that defensive touch, and Icy just has no more boost to give. It's an early goal this time here from Benjamin Franklin High School as it's PC on the assist. We talked about how they weren't involved in any of the goals in that last game. Well, this time around, it is involvement. It is backboard play and even forcing the double commit off of a nothing burger of a play from Xink turns into Coop going forward and generating even more.
Might get enough on it. PC took a shot as well, just directing something on target, but Ibra was good for the read. And Spoons will play it over to the sidewall. It'll be PC to try to play it forward as well, but he doesn't have very much support there either. I think he was just buying time for the rest of his team to swing back, grab some boost, and try to start from their own end, which they're so deadly at doing too. That end-to-end Rocket League is, if you play into that, pit, Benjamin Franklin's really good at that style, and so that's never where you want to be as a team.
it's also really tough to play against when you're a team that is so offense heavy with Spoons and the crew for Mason-Bedford. If you're not scoring, you're like, okay, they're turning the tide, and X-Sync is gonna do it again. Can't even get a sentence in before laying down another incredible play.
Yeah, that initial touch sets up everything. Realizing that there is nobody on the back wall, which would have been the positional choice to choose, especially against X-Sync the way he's been playing. See a wide open backboard, forget about it. He hits that 9 out of 10 times. And we'll get that one to go as well. It'll be a 2-0 lead, and Coop looking for more. Flip reset in hand, try to get one on Ibra as well. You can just tell the momentum of Benjamin Franklin High School after that dig deep effort to score 3 goals. And one, including one in overtime in 230 seconds for a comeback effort, certainly has sparked something crazy. But hold that thought as Spoon's able to get one back.
Spoons utilizes the opponent here, and you know, Icy, it's a great start on the assist, but Spoons kind of steals it from him. Says, I will use Xing for my own advantage. Scores the first, cuts the lead down in half. I think the goal at this exact moment in time is a lot more important than if it were to come later, where maybe Benjamin Franklin would have been up more in the lead, or if it would have come later and there just wasn't enough time to come back. It's just one goal now, and it's one goal that you as a team need to work to find.
Rebuilding that confidence, right? It's completely shaken after that last game. You have to be able to find it, and what better way to find it than maybe a little bit earlier? And this one's an open chance as well, but it's off the post. Follow-up not good either. Oh, a chance you'll wish you had back for sure. But you can't let it haunt you here at this point in time. That's why you still have plenty of time left in this game to try to work. That one hurts just a little bit, though.
I felt that clank, I mean, around the world. It was a tough one to hit, as well a tough one to miss. And honestly, you just look back up the scoreboard and say, we're still back in this game. Come on, it's down by 1, down by 2. Coop, the extension of the lead, the onslaught from the sky.
That's what'll happen. 2 goals away, it feels like Coop gets up in a hurry and able to direct that one down to an open net. And Mason-Bedford, they try to commit forward, try to get some offense working, and when you do that, you leave yourself a little bit exposed. And Benjamin Franklin High School, known to do exactly that. And even the drawn-up kick-up play, like we just saw from Mason-Bedford, and they're going to be taking advantage of once more. 4-1 lead. Here we go again.
PC must have heard me at the end of that last game. Not involved in any goals in that last one. Involved in 3 out of the 4. Picks up the playmaker medal here and is just solidifying why this team is the #1 seed. Just so well-rounded. Off of 8 shots, they've scored 4, and off of 5 shots, they'll score their second for Mason-Bedford.
Again, Ibra off the kickoff, him was able to step up, so that's another drawn-up play. So I love the fact that Mason-Bedford certainly has a plan coming in, and off the kickoffs, no less too. I'm sure Johnny Boy would be incredibly happy with that. But that being said, you have to be able to create it whenever the 3v3, whenever you get off the kickoff side of things. And whenever it's been even strength in that degree, it's been Benjamin Franklin that's gotten the better end of the deal. So that being said, minute 47, we'll see if they can get back to it. But they need a goal sooner rather than later here at this point in time.
It's 100 seconds. It's not incredible to try and score 2 in that timing, but it might be 3. Coop ricochets off the bottom of the crossbar. How many clankers do we have to hear today? The heart stopping, the goal throbbing here. Just cannot find anything to go towards that back line. It's good enough to hold the possession, though, for Benjamin Franklin. Had that 3-goal advantage. You lose one more goal, it could definitely hit towards that mentality, but Xing just removes the whole back line and walks away like nothing happened.
Luckily, Mason-Bedford, unfortunately, a bit of a backflip there from Coop as they were stepping up in their place, so they'll keep them alive for now, as that would have been an easy punch in, it feels like. And Spoons will play up high. Coop already on this one, tries back wall, but him, even without boost, will stay true to his positioning in order to get a touch out. And midfield turning around. PC, wide open net. This one, a runaway. Although they do get back for a save there originally from him, they are able to punch it through regardless.
This is the 4th assist of the game for PC. Felt like it should have been their goal, but Coop was there to finish the job with a powerful touch. And that is, as well, the 13th shot for Benjamin Franklin. How many times yesterday did we see them rack up a double-digit shooting game? It's just impossible to stop this team when they have that many opportunities.
I mean, you gotta stay strong have a belief in yourself. Unfortunately, it's been stripped away. Franklin High School has certainly gotten the advantage just about every aspect. Shots, assists, even saves. They've had timely ones as well. Granted, they haven't had to make as many. Actually killing more time. This one will solidify things, and Benjamin Franklin High School will be one game away from the finals as well, and just another game that adds to their perfection as far as this week has been concerned. They have been super excellent, and match point they'll go.
And I can't help but think back to last game where Mason-Bedford, 30 seconds left to go, 2 goals up, and it's Xink that blows open the door. They kill another goal, and then they go to overtime and win it from the Benjamin Franklin High School side. That momentum shift, you could tell it affected the start of this game. Benjamin Franklin scored a couple easier goals than they had been throughout the series, and now all of a sudden they are set up solely in just a great position. 4 chances to close it out. And by the way, a weekend where not a single team has taken a game, not a series, a game away from them.
That's crazy to think about. And how about PC stepping up to make that happen in this game as well? I mean, 4 assists in that one, just knowing your role, being able to play it to perfection. PC certainly been a factor. Xink, I mean, you can just say his name and know, like, oh, Xink played today. He was impactful. And then you have Coop that absolutely popped up as well with that hat trick. 3 for 7 shooting. Definitely can't bat an eye at that. He has been dynamic on the offensive side of the ball. This team is just clicking. And it's going to take a miracle effort. But at the end of the day, Mason-Bedford, we've seen them do it in the past, but they'll need a whole lot, a dig deep effort from them coming potentially. We go to game number 4 here and see if Benjamin Franklin High School can punch their ticket as it begins now.
There's only one more spot in the grand finals, and Benjamin Franklin High School have got the better shift in those first 3 games, but it is now the overtime shift for the crew of Mason-Bedford. A win here would mean they've got to win 3 more, but you've got to just take it one game at a time. And it feels like with this passing offense, they've been able to generate a lot of chances, just not goals. And mostly because Benjamin Franklin, I mean, we talk about Xink, bar down again, but it's PC off the backboard, and Coop with the 3-player setup. Coop, I feel like, has been kind of a silent assassin for how much we talk about Xink, has been scoring goals in every game.
Coop has been making it difficult for Mason-Bedford to do anything, especially defensively. I mean, they've been scrambling at times, and causing the first person to miss in rotation will cause the next player in tandem, especially with how quick they get that next touch. So it's been making it awkward for them. So credit where credit's due. They've been fantastic in that aspect and continue to be, as they finally find some relief with the big clear. Much needed one here for sure for this team from Temperance, Michigan.
Crew, though, I mean, they're just so good about transitioning. Coop, another setup shot off the backboard from none other than Xink. The Coop and Xink duo is just gaining stock time over time, growing to an exponential level. And even though they've had a couple of great opportunities, 4 shots in total throughout the first minute and 15, Mason-Bedford is not allowed a goal yet. Critical threshold right here where they need to find their offense.
First time I've seen Benjamin Franklin High School maybe drop back off of a challenge that maybe they should have gone for. A little bit of a hesitation that doesn't happen often. So keep an eye on that, as Mason-Bedford could surely use a little bit of help, because they typically don't give them much else. But him comes up with a big save. This one back out the center. Shot taken, but Ibra able to get to that one too. Xink right back to work. Him jumps back down on it. Coop now tries that far corner and almost had it just a little bit off the mark.
Just inches away from finding some daylight in the top left bins. Xink will re-engage with no boost, by the way. PC isn't there to follow up, and Coop is a little bit far forward. Uh-oh, him's got the dunk in or not. Xink is there for the cleanup, even in a scenario where 99 out of 100 teams would get scored on. Benjamin Franklin, they just say no.
And not only that, they go the other way, and they somehow find the little space that was given to them from Mason-Bedford, and were able to cash in on it. I mean, that was basically like a road that they had to follow in order to keep a distance from every single member of the defense. Benjamin Franklin High School just finds ways to find success.
They paved their own road. I mean, PC goes unassisted on that scoring lane through the right side. You expect it to be Xing to start. You expect it to be Coop. And then PC steps up out of nowhere to blow open the scoring. And it's not an early goal by any means. There's 2.5 minutes off the clock. Another mistouch will set up him towards a long-range clear. Spoons is just right on the back as Coop picks up another demo. Here's the passing play again. Xing from the skyline looking for the angle. Him has got the numbers to shut it down.
Yeah, that was a great touch because Xing had giant eyes looking towards the back of that net, and somehow PC is going to come up with this one. This team is absolutely unstoppable.
I feel like Coop deserves a little bit of an assist, but you know what?
Oh.
PC will earn their goal, will earn the back-to-back, and that's 8 shots, by the way, in a matter of 3 minutes.
Insane. What a stat line. What a performance. The entire weekend long. From yesterday to today, this team has just been able to put up chances in bunches, trying for more here. And more importantly for them, making Mason-Bedford chase this entire game when their lives are on the line. It's been a great run for them. A state championship in Michigan for Mason-Bedford. But unless they can get something going here in the last minute 40, it will be the end of this run.
To upset the 4 seed to get here. It's only a 2-goal advantage. I mean, at this point, we've seen both these two teams score within 30 seconds 2 of those goals. So it's what you've got left in the tank. What is that one special play, that one special call you've always got to go to in a moment like this to shut down the dominant offense that has held you back in the defensive half? Xing rather is going to try and send this one back towards mid where PC is able to pick up the pieces, but not able to pick up the defense. Spoons lays one in and possibly the fuse to ignite the bomb.
Touch originally to get PC to work backwards, and exactly the right time to find a goal in this one to cut the lead in half and put it within striking distance. And now you just have to find the time to strike. And it's got to come in this last minute or so, but you've given yourself the best opportunity to at least keep it close. So you have to be able to, number one, hold this off. But look at the passing play over the Coop. They're so clean with it. Another one connects.
Oh, man. I mean, it is at every moment. You cannot give them space like this because the passing play is just incredible. I mean, Coop gets that jump in timing with that passing connection, and none of the defense knows where it's going until it finally hits Coop's car and scores. The 2-goal lead is built back up.
Well, they say control your own destiny, Llama, but what we're seeing is controlling every aspect of every single game that they played. And this is just a whole new level. This high school, one of the best, if not the best high school in all of the nation. They've been proving it here, and they continue to march into it. And certainly, you know for a fact that shaking in their boots right now is that Beavercreek team from Ohio, as they know they have to go up against this team as well. They're a good team, Beavercreek is, yes. But this Franklin High School team has been something special.
Haven't dropped a single game. That alone is insane, and it doesn't look like they're going to anytime soon. We'll say at Beavercreek's defense, they've only dropped 1 game in their own right. The 1-2 seeds exiting through that round-robin phase in day number 1 just yesterday. Both of them feel like they're at the top of the world, and one of them is going to have to fall. But it is not falling here today from Benjamin Franklin. Another double-digit shooting game, up to 14, with 4 of them connecting. A dominant performance throughout the 2 days, earning the number 1 seed in the bracket, and for a reason, the squad from California is headed to the grand finals.
Congratulations, Benjamin Franklin High School, for being able to punch their ticket. And they will be facing off with the Beavercreek team as well. This team, I have not seen a level of cohesion like this in a very long time. Led by Xing, but the rest, Coop and PC, were excellent as well. And they just were relentless from the get-go offensively. But even on the defensive side of the ball, being able to create the chances that they did, to be able to transition back, be able to timely move that ball down the field was something completely unseen. And, you know, as far as anybody else being able to do it, they have been fantastic. Almost feel like a league of their own. But Beavercreek is going to have their opportunity as well to try to challenge.
And that's the best part. I mean, it is, at this moment, one single best of 7 for 2 teams that again, have rarely, if not ever, crossed paths, not only in the high school scene, albeit ever. They play on two completely different servers. You'd have to imagine they haven't even met in the ranked servers. So getting to see each other's offense for the first time and just one single best of 7 to decide it. Before we get there, make sure you guys are checking out the League OS portal to get yourself involved, get yourself all of those scholarship opportunities. And if you're a college looking to pick out your perfect lineup for the next year, make sure you're getting involved with League OS as well. One more best of 7, California versus Ohio. We'll get to crown our grand finalists right after this short break.
Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. move from side to side. We gon' make you lose all inside your mind. Oh, we gon' get you through this just for one more high. So baby, let's all bet tonight. We gon' make you move from side to side. We gon' make you lose all inside your mind. Oh, we gon' get you through this just for one more. So baby, let's all bet tonight. Let me get funky.
Let's lose our mind.
Let me get funky. Let me get funky. We gon' make you move from side to side. We gon' make
It all comes down to this. The 2025 Scholastic Nationals hosted by League OS Finals. Llama joining me, Bearlight, here for this one as we see the #1 seed Benjamin Franklin High School of Los Angeles, California face off with Beavercreek High School from Dayton, Ohio.
It's a good one. I mean, this is #1, #2 seed in a best of 7 with no second chances, no silly bracket reset or anything of the sorts. It is win the series and you're the Nationals champion. If you lose, well, I mean, still a top 2 finish is really not too bad with already picking up some state titles under your belt. For these two teams, though, I think you look at riding the highs of their previous series. Benjamin Franklin entering off of 4-0, the crew from Ohio entering off of a 4-1, only dropping one game between the two is pretty insane. They both want to win this series more than anything.
Oh, it's going to be an incredible one for sure because you have the CIF state champions of California of Benjamin Franklin High School. Beavercreek, by the way, Esports Ohio Club Rocket League state champions. So they're not only riding the high of what's happened in this tournament specifically, but all the way back from their state championships respectively. So these two teams certainly know that they're the best in their respective regions, and they go head-to-head against one another. I guess you could consider it Midwest there in Ohio versus the Californians there on the West Coast. So there is certainly nothing left on the line except for to just go dive in head first and try to get a good start here in this grand finals.
And the start's going to be fun to watch. I mean, this first game is going to give us just a clash of the absolute titans to see what they've been bringing not only all day long, but throughout this entire tournament. A lot of the teams meeting for the first time ever, finally colliding, finally getting to see those playstyles clash. And I feel like they play a little bit of a yin and yang, kind of fit into each other's pieces pretty perfectly, where it feels like for Beavercreek, they are a little bit more neutral-sided team, where they play off of just wearing your defense down. Where on the other side, I mean, Xsync, you said it, we only have to say the name, and then you already see all of the plays they've created.
Been insane to watch him and to kind of stop him in his tracks, which Beavercreek, that's what they're known to do, is difficult to do because, you know, slowing down a team that just plays with pure speed and energy and be able to find each other as well, it's very difficult to disrupt that level of cohesion that we've seen throughout the entirety of this tournament and entirety of the semester, by the way. So certainly a tall task for Beavercreek, but they're up for the challenge for sure, coming in as the #2 seed. So it'll be a back and forth battle between these two. There's no other matchup that I wanted to see here in this Scholastic Nationals here in 2025 than this matchup right here, man.
And it's all on the field. I mean, we said it for these two teams, even though you've had just a great setup towards this point, a great structure to build upon. Two teams that have dropped very, very few games and topped their own groups, some of which we got to see yesterday. now the chance is just in front of you. I mean, it is not only a trophy. You talked about the extra HyperX gear that you're going to gain if you get the victory here today. That can start to snowball. Maybe you don't have as good of a headset. Maybe you want to improve through that. Well, it's all on the line and the glory that comes with it.
No doubt about it. The finals, of course, a big special thank you to LeagueOS for powering this national competition. Head to portal.leagueos.gg to set up your college portal profile today. Make sure that you get on the map, because if you're looking to get to the next level collegiately or just to take the next step in the process, no better place than LeagueOS. And we are about to cook up now the grand finals, so definitely a high level of anticipation. So before we get things going, I do have to ask Llama your predictions for this one.
Man, right at the end of it, the first time you ask me a prediction, man, it's a tough one. I mean, we talk about the 1 and 2 seed. I think overall, I think Benjamin Franklin, I know I got to go against Ohio. They're gonna burn me for this one, but I think it's a 4-2 victory in favor of Benjamin Franklin. I mean, they've just looked too clean. X-Sync looks unstoppable. Wouldn't be surprised if it goes the other way, but how about yourself, Bear? How you feeling?
Yeah, but there's Yara Canoe, there's Griffin Soy on the other side. Those two have been absolutely fantastic. And, I know that they can definitely connect and make this one interesting. But I don't see them taking it. I see Benjamin Franklin High School as well. Make it a 4-3 on my end. We'll see if those results stay true. Beavercreek trying to prove us wrong. All the way from Dayton, Ohio, facing this team from Los Angeles, California. Get your predictions in chat as well. And let's get going with Game 1 of the Grand Finals of the 2025 Scholastic Nationals, hosted by LeagueOS.
It's all on the field. It's all there for these two teams. And all I'm rooting for, honestly, is give me some more games. Don't make it a 4-0, but X-Sync blocks their own shot. Offense, scoring, goalie, does it all in one failed play.
Close. X-Sync still going back to it. That one was a little bit more dangerous than it looked at surface level, as it did work its way back down into the box, but handled by Beavercreek. Now X-Sync finds Coop, but a good reactionary save there from Yara Canoe.
Defense is looking stout, but Coop and the rest of the group, we know them. They don't give up after just one missed opportunity. They rotate back in. X-Sync is looking. Sharks in the water. Demo comes through, but it's actually a demo enough from It Can't Matter to send it away in a 2v2. From Yara Canoe, the rest of the group doesn't have too much boost, so a huge touch from Griffin Soy that just scores! First blood from the crew from Ohio.
Griffin Soy to himself in this one, and able to just use the speed to get past and find an open cage and be able to win this one. Well, if Beavercreek wins here today, they will be 2 for 2 on national titles as Ohio, that is. As Northview from Ohio won Overwatch last weekend, so Esports Ohio certainly putting out some great teams here. So Beavercreek a little bit more on the line than just that, I suppose. So you want to kind of not only win bragging rights for yourself, but the state of Ohio.
Hey, the state pride, you got me behind them. You got their cause now going their way. I feel it up here in the booth, but I feel their offense is starting to build up really nicely. I think Yara Canoe, you talk about that step-up format where Griffin is able to follow in as that second man, really just target whatever shots they do want. And Griffin, I feel like known for the physicality, starting to bring those bumps straight towards the back line. A nice pass towards center paint will send down from Yara Canoe.
A little bit out of the reach of the teammate there as Griffin tried to dive up for it. Couldn't quite reach it. But now the follow-up is there, a little bit high. X-Sync just tries to punch it past It Can't Matter. Did a great job reacting in time in order to get that over to the corner and try to just relieve a little bit of pressure. Yara Canoe able to do that, to get out the center, and Griffin's going to turn on this one as well. And Beavercreek not looking like a team that took the last hour or so off. I mean, they've looked like they just came off the pitch. They must have been staying warm there in the green room.
Playing some practice packs, maybe playing some rank to keep their way going. And demos have been huge. I mean, Griffin able to steal another shot. It Can't Matter almost finds the space to just find a shot there on the rightward side. It's half this game gone, and all of a sudden, it's a rare time to say it, but Benjamin Franklin have yet to score in this game.
That's rare. You said it best. I mean, we've seen them average at least 4 or 5 goals a game. It's been in that range. This one, they're having a tough time going up against Beavercreek. They have been punctual with where they want to go with this ball, and it shows. That demo will take them off the field. It allows Coop a little bit of space to work with all the way to the ceiling, but he was challenged by It Can't Matter. And Griffin Soy will be the first one to get to it after that quick exchange there at midfield. And they're not able to get to that one either. Your Canoe, a bit of a mishap there from Benjamin Franklin High School as well. It'll be a 2-0 lead.
I think it's all off of, It Can't Matter's touch just rotates off of the corner. Xing can't quite get the touch they wanted, but it's because of the power. It was kind of unassailed on that back end, and Beavercreek have gone back-to-back goals. 2 different players find the goal, and Griffin Soy wins another 50 to just send it bouncing in towards the corner. Canoe and the rest of the team are rotating well, and almost scoring if not for Coop's incredible saving mentality.
Hinge there from PC and Coop. Send it the length of the pitch with a lot of velocity, but Xing forked forced backwards. We'll get to this one as well. Coop finds him with a pass. But Griffin's going to be back in time. The rotations certainly well aware of how quickly this team can transition. Franklin High School, that is. So Beavercreek is certainly aware of that and working to it. Working back to balls that they know that they need to get back to, especially if they're hard committing, they're able to support each other with the last man back. So certainly been clinical through the first 4 minutes, but we've seen this before where Benjamin Franklin's been down 2 goals and they find a way back every single time. They'll cut the lead in half here.
5 of the 6 shots are from Xing's wheels, and boy, neither of the defenders had any boost to try and save it. It ends up ricocheting in off of Canoe for a technical own goal, and with 5 shots of their own for Beavercreek, they have got to re-extend their lead. We've seen it for Benjamin Franklin. They can score so quickly. At this point, a safety net is almost needed.
Feels like a pressure cooker is starting to heat up a little bit. Griffin Soy wants to just keep it here in the Benjamin Franklin High School zone. I'll drop down to PC. It Can't Matter. Tries to challenge it as well. Griffin Soy punching it back in. Try to get into the box here, but Coop able to settle things, but he's going to be bumped off of it. Now a quick turn. Canoe gets a touch to it, but PC able to get that additional touch to the corner. Now Griffin tries to get in here. 10 seconds left, and Xing with a big clear. 7 seconds left. Just trying to kill this clock. Canoe needs to go to the length of the pitch. So does the rest of Beavercreek. Coop leaves it there. It'll hit the ground, and it will be Beavercreek walking away with a Game 1 victory.
They only allow 1 goal for the #1 seed, who has been so dominant, who, like you said, is coming hot off that 4-0 victory. And more importantly, I think they shut down the pieces around Xing. I think shutting down Xing in its own right is going to be an impossible task, but shutting down the 2 teammates, I think that's a little bit easier. You steal away some of their boost, you get those shots to build up, and then you force both Coop and PC awkwardly off their line constantly. It results in a game victory. It is up 1-0 here for the Beavercreek crew from Ohio.
And bigger story as well, because that's absolutely correct. But then you take into consideration that BFHS has not lost a single game until just now, and it's the first game of the grand final. So maybe throws them off their game a little bit. At least makes them think twice that they're going to be able to just kind of run through any team. Beavercreek, obviously going to be the biggest challenge of their entire tournament, but to see them drop a game here is certainly interesting. But yeah, they limited those 2. Xing is definitely a different beast to try to tame, but I certainly think Beavercreek is now capable of a win, just seeing them win that Game 1. But obviously long series here. Look for this Benjamin Franklin High School team to bounce back just like they have. They had plenty of opportunities to do so, and we'll see what they do here in Game 2.
All-important game 2. What can they do? What can they bring? And can they get the rest of those pieces of the offense? Xing was still able to score in that last game. It's about PC and it's about Coop. A combined 2 shots with them in that last game. And incredible, I think, from Beavercreek to start out the scoring and then double up. For so many times throughout the day today and yesterday, Benjamin Franklin, they've been able to score first. They've been able to put their opponents into a deficit and work from that advantage. They need to change that in towards this series, back towards what they've been doing.
They've been doing has been working all day long, all weekend long. is the solution on the other side of the pitch right now. They like to think so. If you're Beavercreek High School, you certainly have found your stride at exactly the right time. Not that they've lost one very frequently. And that's a good back pass here from Coop, or to Coop. PC will try to scoop it off that wall, but it can't matter who gets that original touch, but Coop good for it. Now finding Xing, he'll try to launch his shot as well. He fires, but Canoe easily handles that one as well. Here in the first minute, seen a lot more from Benjamin Franklin High School as far as shots go, but still none that are really truly threatening in my eyes.
Zero boost control in the transition play. It can't matter. Talk about a threat. Just deep fries the back line and scores one to give Beavercreek the lead again.
I think Xing was just trying to, roll that one along the ground and make it go up towards the wall, or on the wall rather. But instead got a little bit higher than they wanted to. It just bounced out towards the middle and left a freebie there for Beavercreek. Now Coop with a good flip reset will challenge you. A bit of a double commit, but it can't matter. As they are able to get that touch. Now launched all the way back down the field, and it can't matter. Won't get the touch here. PC can't get the flick, though. A rare mistake that could have led to an equalizer, but they're not able to cash in. And now it can't matter. Another good read, and they'll read him twice, actually. Just great anticipation play from Beavercreek, nothing less.
It can't matter again. Just zero boost and finds their way into that double touch. A great assist, a great setup, and the transitional plays. We talked about a very neutral team Beavercreek is. They're not ones that need to go for the whole entire game. Benjamin Franklin is that team. They're a crew that have 5 shots in this game but have yet to score. The defense has 5 saves from Beavercreek, most of them coming on just zero boost plays. For Xing and Coop, they need to link back up. They need to deny the scoring. Canoe is just going to lay one in. 3 straight goals in the team hat trick for Beavercreek.
Team is on fire. Not only are they scoring goals, but they're not allowing anything out of the camp of Benjamin Franklin High School, who's been that team where you have to shut them down each and every time, but nothing doing. They've gotten 0 in this one, just 1 in the game prior. 1 goal in a matter of 7 minutes of Rocket League is certainly not something that we expected. And Beavercreek has just been playing that good, plain and simple. There's nothing that Benjamin Franklin High School has been doing wrong. Maybe a couple of opportunities that they want back, but that's about it.
Absolutely. I mean, they have been pretty flawless overall through and through. I think for Beavercreek, you move forward, you try and score even more. At this point, it is a side quest game of how many can you get? Griffin says, well, personally, I'll get 2, but for the team, that's 4.
Clinical. Look at as he woo that ball to the front of his hood and then be able to send it into the center. That initial play was just ever so important to get past 1, because then the rest was just a simple cross like you'd see at the platinum level, essentially. You look at that touch. Is 1 on the board? No, Xing still read well. So even when they're finding these opportunities, Benjamin Franklin High School has been shut down by Beavercreek. They just seem to be playing each read so perfectly, and maybe it's that opportunity like you mentioned. Instead of just sitting around watching this, or not watching the semifinals, you're taking notes, and I think they took a lot of great notes that have indicated how they wanted to approach this match, and it's certainly working.
It's not only the notes they took on their opponents, but the notes they needed to take about themselves. I mean, just the confidence in their play. Even at zero boost, they're like, okay, I'm going to win these 50-50s, determining it, and Griffin, another set down low, rolling in! Are you kidding me? The slowest goal in history is good for the Finn.
It barely broke double digits there. And just a strong arm there for Xing. Couldn't quite beef up a little bit to try to keep it off the goal line, but they were definitely left on an island. Nobody back in support. Xing definitely did their best, but it was not enough in that moment, at least. And a dominant performance here from Beavercreek. Already have 1 on the board, and a more tighter game number 1 if you're just joining us. So it was a 2-1 scoreline there. And so to see this one kind of pop off in favor of Beavercreek, certainly we thought that Benjamin Franklin High School would be out here with an answer. None have been found thus far. Flip reset even going unused. And PC trying to use the back wall, but everything's red. Even in that moment, Canoe was there. Now they finally get a shot off. Xing will bury this one. A much-needed monkey off the back for Benjamin Franklin High.
It's a great interception play. I think Coop just sets it all up. PC is still in the area to do some damage, and it can't matter. Eventually, those zero boost plays are going to catch you off guard. You're talking about a Benjamin Franklin team that has shot 7 shots. Only one of them finding the back of the net. Every single other one, it hasn't just been the crossbar or post to save them. It has been a Beavercreek player to save them. So the shot counter is close, and Frick can't matter. Front lead blocker, still Yerikanu makes the save.
Back down, shot down. Benjamin Franklin trying to direct it. It can't matter. Try to get right back up to it as well. And X-Sync will try to fake it. Red once more. This team is on everything. They've been so clinical, finding every little nook and cranny that Benjamin Franklin High School has been trying to throw at him. Doing a good job of handling him. But Coop will get one back here. And honestly, with 31 seconds left, bit of a stretch. But I want to let everybody tuning in right now who might just be joining us that this is a lot closer than it has been score-wise. You know, Benjamin Franklin High School have let up a couple of freebies, but they want to get back to it, and they've had the last 2 goals.
I just love to see you. If you can activate the 10-second rule, just find a couple of kickoff goals. And Yerikanu's a little bit awkward. Exing's got the shot, surges back to find the save. 20 seconds left to go, and that closing scoreline, it's off the crossbar and in. Griffin Soy adds their 4th goal of the game.
Well, when it rains and pours, I suppose, it's not seeming to go their way currently. We even see that at the RLCS level sometimes, right? You'll see some teams that are just like dominant throughout the entirety of the season, and you know, there's a couple games where they don't look quite right, and this seems to be one of those games here for Benjamin Franklin High School. Certainly not discrediting what Beavercreek's been able to do. They've been looking absolutely fantastic, S tier. But Benjamin Franklin High School, they can certainly step on the gas pedal, but it'll have to be the next game because this one has gone the way of Beavercreek once more. They'll have a 2-0 lead here in this series.
Really good start in game 1, a really good finish here in game number 2 to not let up any more goals and give away that lead. I think the biggest thing when you talk about just why this series is going their way is just the matchup. I mean, we kind of alluded to it going into the start, but Beavercreek is not just an offense-heavy team. They're not going to be a team that plays in your face for the entirety of the series. They're a team that lets you make your own mistakes, lets you step way too far forward so they can get those clearances, and then they have that follow-up ability with all of those saves. I mean, I can't tell you how many saves they had that were just incredibly no boost, and Benjamin Franklin, they need to find those angles, and it's got to be in this game 3.
100%. Well, a timeout taken here from Benjamin Franklin High School, and a very timely one there at that. Timeout brought to you by League OS, powering this national competition. Head to portal.leagueos.gg to set up your college portal profile today. Well, you're right. I mean, they need a breather. They need something here. 6 shots from X-Sync, only 1 able to find it, so the percentage certainly a lot lower than they prefer, and it's just a matter of controlling ball possession, controlling boost from time to time as well. Granted, Benjamin Franklin High School has been finding ways to kind of maneuver that a little bit, but it hasn't been to their success. So I like them being able to take a breather here, being able to get back on track and see what they can work in game number 3.
Absolutely. I mean, game number 3 is that big turning point. We said if you can win this one, it changes everything. Instead of having to pull off the reverse sweep, you're just 1 game away. You're right there to try and strike back. And I know we sound like a broken record, but X-Sync cannot do everything. You need the 2 teammates to step up to score some goals. We started to get a little bit of it from Coop, but PC needs to make sure they're finding those passes and not over-aggressing. If X-Sync is going forward, you're either full committed for the goal or you're playing smart so that you don't get a transition goal scored on your back end.
Trusting the reads. Beavercreek has been so good at being able to not only know and kind of be a step ahead to some degree, but then they're not leaving positions when it seems like, you know, from past experience against other teams that you would do that. They trust that they know the matchup. They know what's going to happen on the other side of it just simply by what they were able to see in the semifinals matchup in previous games that might have been on stream. Maybe a little bit of VOD review from the past. Because I know, you know, Benjamin Franklin High School is one of those teams that they stream. They are able to kind of host some of their games, so they there is some prime examples of this team performing in the past. So perhaps maybe they got some eyes on that, but they played a different style kind of coming in, still true to themselves. But I like the speed that they brought in. The positioning has been absolutely key. And I think that's why Beavercreek is out to this 2-0 lead.
They've had speed, they've had goals, and I mean, I know it's a huge, big brain analytical point coming. Score some more goals, score first. But realistically, I think for Benjamin Franklin, they've kind of been tripped over their own feet. They've been put in these huge deficits that Beavercreek is able to control, and then they're like, okay, we'll just play the defense. We don't need boost to play the defense. We'll just play the defense to protection. It's not like you're scoring 5 goals in the remaining half of the game, so escaping those deficits early has to be at the top of the to-do list.
Exactly. Quick start, whether it be in games played. Now 2 are down and not in your favor. Now you got to start these next games on time as well. I feel like Beavercreek has gotten out to the hot starts in both occasions. And really, frankly, Beavercreek hasn't stopped at all. To be able to hold Benjamin Franklin High School to just 3 goals through 2 games is certainly tough. But they're able to manage that and put in some goals of their own. In the meantime, they haven't had to just, play desperation defense. And, that certainly speaks wonders about their team just relying on themselves in order to get things going. So adjustments made, perhaps a new server as well, a new lobby, maybe fresh car, fresh start here for Benjamin Franklin High School. For Beavercreek, they'll try to keep the foot on the gas pedal. Game number 3 coming at you now here, Llama. Your keys to success for Benjamin Franklin High School. What do you think they got to do differently coming in this one?
Feed the chicken. You got to get Coop up and going. You got to get that duo ready to go in the passing play, and don't go down early. I know it's easier said than done, but that is my second key for a reason. You got to build up your own lead, and then finally play your style. Play through the air, play fast and heavy, but you've got to find those angles if you commit on the scoreline.
Their no hesitation attitude is certainly how they've been successful, but Canoe comes out and silences, tries to nullify the timeout taken because they're already out to the 1-0 lead once again.
That read is incredible. I mean, has the boost just as like, your teammate is not going to reach it before I reach it. Having that know-how to jump the ball, to get on top of it, and to score the first. Griffin's got one off the backboard. Set up play. Canoe sends one to the post. It's just inches off. But boy, out of the timeout, we always love to talk about how, sure, the team that took the timeout gets to talk about it, gets to improve after the loss. But Beavercreek looks like they talked in their own right, and they're looking like a whole new beast.
And I'm not sure what they've done, but they certainly seem to have gotten in the heads. That was X-Sync with 0 boost, finding Coop with a perfect pass. And unfortunately, did not land. And they're in full panic and scramble mode on the defensive side. You see them just like making decisions that we haven't really grown accustomed to seeing from this team. And it still continues to kind of grow and fester up a little bit as the series goes on. So they need to be able to have a solution. I think if you get Coop a goal, PC a goal as well, and get them going and finally get some confidence back in them, that's when we'll see them come alive. But we just haven't seen it quite yet in this game.
You gotta feed Coop, you gotta get the team up and active. And Beavercreek, right now, if they can score more, boy, a 2-goal and 3-goal deficit could just end the series. X-Sync barely on the back foot is able to save the first, but Griffin Soy is not done. It can't matter, he's got full boost off the backboard. Bump is in and goal is into. Canoe makes it a 2-goal advantage.
Bit of a double commit there, and it can't matter. Just put it off the back wall and look as Griffin is just playing that peppering style. Just get in their face. If you get a bump, great, easy goal. If you don't, they have to work around you and try to make a difficult save. And it was not to be another great drawn-up play from Beavercreek that has been fantastic so far, and a 2-0 advantage here for them.
Feeling so good. Coop is going to try their might at the backboard, but Canoe will make sure there's not a second touch. Works their way forward, but doesn't grab the boost. Now it gets a little bit awkward. BC off the backboard will get a bump, and Coop is going to go for the pass instead of the shot. And X-Sync read a little bit off their line. Even on the close angle, Griffin Soy is able to win it, sending it forward to their teammates.
They're now trying to just tap it back down to Griffin. You saw him eyeballing him. Canoe, the next one to touch. Coop will stay a little bit farther back, try to challenge a little bit late. But X-Sync on it as well, and PC will cycle around. He's got Coop. Good touch. Back down the field. X-Sync tries to get that extra one. Almost served as a fake as well. Griffin did a great job to kind of fight that thought and be able to get that dive across save. stand his ground to some degree as well, as he's able to keep this 2-0 lead preserved, at least for the time being.
Holding on. I mean, that deficit again is there. Nice double bump! Coop finally able to break open the breadbasket, and the biscuit connects.
And look how he simplified this gameplay. Whenever things aren't going your way, if you're missing certain opportunities, if you're a little bit out of position, I mean, the nerves have to be huge. This is a national title that they're after right now. And I think Coop maybe was feeling a little bit of it. Simplify your gameplay, get a goal going, and then when that confidence comes back, then you'll start seeing him do the mechanical plays that we've seen him do over the course of this tournament. So I like that for Benjamin Franklin High School. Nothing more needed than Coop getting that goal there.
And it's before you're down into a really big deficit. I mean, the lead is now only one with 100 seconds to go. It can't matter. That's a great contest. Coop doesn't have the boost, but instead wins the 50. Canoe is going to go back at it. PC up the post. Everybody jumps. Everybody misses. And at the end of the day, the crossbar takes a big old chop out of that offensive drive.
The reaction time is literally 0 for Xinc. I mean, he just like, he'll already know it in advance, it almost seems. It seems like a negative, amount of time that it takes him to react. What a touch, though. Here's a Gamatter trying to far side. Almost got it. Canoe going to wisely stay back as third man back and just kind of shadow as the rest of his team needs some time to rotate around. And then Griffin was able to get to it, but Coop will punch it back in. Now it's PC. Ran out of boost on the way in, and that'll force Coop backwards, a half flip, to try to circle back in rotation defensively when they need to be moving forward.
It's only 1 minute remaining. I mean, you've got to go right now. It can't matter. Just shoots it. No! PC flies out of nowhere. Supermaning that one away. But goals are what's necessary, and opportunities even more than that. Benjamin Franklin High have only 3 shots this entire game. All 3 of them coming from the wheels of Coop. It can't matter. Shoots. It's a post save. The pitcher sets up Benjamin Franklin on the other side of the field.
Now trying to toss back in, Griffin Soy with Xinc on the backfield. There's Coop shot taken. Great save by your Canoe. And now Griffin Soy on it. They'll clear the length of the bench.
Oh, man. I mean, it's just top ends. Is that just it here for this game number 3 after the timeout? It is in. It is scored. And it is the 10th shot, the 3rd goal, and a possible another game win on the cards.
Man, oh man. I thought for a second that Benjamin Franklin High School would be able to pull this one, but they just were not quite able to do so. So once again, Benjamin Franklin High School bested here, but still will have one more opportunity, but it has been clinical thus far. We can continue to see them roll on and on. And now Beavercreek High School is on championship point.
Something about the state of Ohio over these past 2 weeks, man. They have just found their entryways in. Already one championship in Overwatch. Now just one more needed for Benjamin Franklin. I mean, when only one player is shooting 5 of your shots, it's going to be tough no matter who you're facing.
It is. Xinc was kind of forced to play that defensive role that we see him play really well, yes, but you like to see him taking shots more than anything. Yeah, that 0 is shocking to me, both from him and PC as well. Coop, you got him going with the goal, but then even when you did get that to go, Beavercreek was able to get in the last laugh, if you will, and get that last goal of game number 3 to march in the match point here in game number 4. You haven't seen Benjamin Franklin High School struggle at all this semester, it seemed like. I mean, they were perfect 14-0 when it comes to Esports Ohio in addition to it, but this match just won away. A reverse sweep in best of 7s, they don't happen often. But if any team was able to dive deep, how about that team that had 2 goals in the last 30 seconds in the semifinals and then an overtime winner in order to take a win and stay perfect through the semifinals? It would be this team that could get it done, but they got to start somewhere, and it starts now here in game number 4.
It's got to be a win. I mean, from here on out, we said it. There's no more second chances, no more extra round robin or lower bracket to save you. This is it. 4 straight or it is World National Champions from Beavercreek. What a title, what a trophy, and what a gain it would be for these three phenomenal players. Benjamin Franklin, I just think maybe need to change up the style a little bit. They've been beat not only on the counterattacks, but also the defensive transitional plays that allow Beavercreek to set up passes in midfield. They need to be able to shut those down.
Got a shot down this man as well. Yurikanu has been fantastic. Look at him glue this one into his car as well with the air drag that was just so clean from the get-go. Now X-Inc trying to get out and get that bump when he realized he ran out of boost. I think he was going for the carry at first. You've tried that read too. X-Inc logged it high. Only person that would have been able to get to it on his team was PC, but he had to stay back because of his third man role. Didn't want to give himself a weight positionally. As the defense continues to be responsible here. I mean, this is still the same disciplined team. They're just being outworked at the end of the day, in my opinion.
And that midfield is starting to collapse for them. I mean, they're just not getting the same amount of passes that they've usually been able to get. Not really able to generate as much offense either. I mean, crazy that they got outshot, and especially by 5 to a double-digit margin in that last game. Koopa's trying as they might, but X-Inc just has not had those solo chances. Finally, one here on the passing play, and it can't matter. Again, on a nothing burger of boost. Makes an incredible save.
Cooper gonna direct this one back to the wall. Yurikanu is there. Where has he not been? This kid is all over every single map, and we've seen it happen. But Coop with a quick turn. Now left in a 1v1, but Yurikanu able to get the better half of that challenge. 50-50 that seems like 75-25s at this point in time, the way the Beavercreek has been playing. I mean, their reads are strong. And it's a continued effort to really power through. There hasn't been much life here, but just one goal to draw first blood would be everything for this team as they look to at least find something to celebrate there in Los Angeles.
Celebrate at least a save, a denial of the paint before one of the two on-the-looking Beavercreek players were there. They got the offensive zone, but can't really do anything with it. Koopa's got the boost. Another zero boost sidewall victory as Yurikanu deals so well to the corner. Yurikanu has been playing this anchor roll to perfection, knowing when to jump, knowing when to back off. That mentality has won them a lot of victories, and Griffin Soy will win the backboard, not for long as Coop shoots and saved. Griffin Soy out of nowhere makes another incredible play.
Oh, look at the pull-up, though. X-Inc will strike through. Great patience and great execution to make it 1-0.
I love this. I mean, X-Inc needed to get a goal here, and with boost just drives in, picks the pockets. 3 minutes off the clock. I think that's also important to note. Benjamin Franklin, this is a huge lead with how much time is left on the board.
And right back to work, though. Had just enough boost in the tank to maybe get a touch, but I think it would have been a little bit above the ball, or below the ball anyways, so I don't think it would have been able to direct it on target. That being said, he's got so much support from his teammates. Do they really need it to go in originally? They've been in 1, 2, 3 rotations like we saw Benjamin Franklin do in the last year. He's really given them a taste of their own medicine, speed and cohesion-wise. But it can't matter. Left by themselves here in the corner. No boost either. Has Griffin out in front. So he'll just kind of lob it over to him to make sure he can do something with it. And up high it is. Coop wants to get this touch. Yurikanu gonna punch it away from him. X-Inc does get the touch off the back wall. Coop follows up, can't get the touch. And PC is gonna be 50-50'd before he can get the shot off.
Close chances designed by a single defensive touch, and it's still no goal on this Beavercreek side. Searching for the first, they've only recorded just a single shot. Yurikanu was the one that shot it, and Yurikanu will be the one to send it out for now. X-Inc Coop looking for a passing play with under a minute to go. A goal here for Benjamin Franklin would be nice, but no, the post and the save from Yurikanu. Again, hold the line, wait the patience, and now they're the other way, back through neutral. This is where Beavercreek could seal the series with a goal.
Yeah, that would have been huge to get that cushion, because now you're kind of nervous, right? And even though you have this lead from Benjamin Franklin High School, you've seen what Beavercreek has been able to do. And just one goal can force an overtime within. It's literally sudden death and tournament-wise. But Coop now, does he? What a save! Yurikanu again! That is absolutely outrageous!
I mean, they have 0 combined boost, and they make that triple commit happen. Oh, but this touch, BC's got to be careful. Canoe's on the dive. Demolition. Griffin sorely denied their chance. 10 seconds to go. It's got to be in regulation that the first goal needs to fall for Beavercreek. Xink waits the patience, shoots, and scores! Wins the game for Benjamin Franklin. They are not dead yet in the series.
Nicely done, timely goals. Canoe tried everything they could to keep this one alive here in this game, but it just unfortunately, it doesn't matter. It doesn't feel like. Kickoff there, game over. Here is Benjamin Franklin. We'll take game number 4 and stay alive here in the series. Whoa, man, you said it's one game at a time, Llama, but listen, I mean, that's a stressful way to get it done, but nonetheless, it's a 2-0 win.
Yeah, I mean, again, like we said, my heart really not able to take it at this point. A real good back and forth. But when Beavercreek only gets a single shot, just a single shot throughout the entirety of that 5-minute set, it is going to be tough for anybody to score more than one goal with only a shot. I think that's pretty much impossible in Rocket League. So to hold them to that minimal of a counter, to win the midfield, and then to score late at a low score line, this is a really good game overall.
Exactly. Everybody else got involved. PC a little bit quiet in that one, but still had the assist that really set up the first goal for Benjamin Franklin that got things going off the rip. And then Xink had to get going as well with at least on the offensive side of the ball. We mentioned he had like 4 saves last game. You need to be able to contribute offensively as well. The only way to do it is by working it into the offensive zone and by reading at the midfield presence. Like you mentioned, they are able to do that. And now Xink was able to showcase some of that skill. That patient play that we saw early was fantastic. And then to be able to get that cushion late was absolutely dynamic, exactly what they needed. But you got to do it 3 more times. Got to do it 3 more times. Got to keep focused. Got to keep rolling. Because right now, Beavercreek has, again, 3 more chances to try to close out themselves.
They've got everything in front of them. And I think you drop one game, you still got the timeout if you need it. If you drop maybe 2 games in a row to try and battle back from that. I think it's just an off game for them. We'll have to see if they can change up what they can bring towards this game number 5. Coop, right off the rip. Tornado mode, scores the first one.
BC popped it high. I don't think it was part of the plan. Obviously, killing it at midfield kind of was, but they made the adjustment necessary in order to get the touch off the back wall, and nobody was there defensively. So a great strike early, exactly what you need to continue that momentum moving forward.
Now, what does the hold look like? With this early advantage, Coop and the crew, how do they play from ahead? How do they continue in towards this series when for so often they've been playing from behind? They've been playing to try and catch up to Beavercreek's phenomenal offensive ability, and there's still so much time left in this game. That's what I worry about, this just slim 1-goal advantage. For Xink and crew, they would love another, and they'll get another from Coop's wheels.
Xink is just so clean with it, just so easy with it, knows exactly the right touch amount in order to get things exactly where they need to go. And you're like, well, yeah, of course, he's one of the best high school players in all of the country, if not the best. I mean, he's fantastic. But at the same time, that's very much a fine-tuned finesse play. In Xink, there's no better player in high school that does finesse play like Xink. The patience, the ability to put the ball exactly where it needs to go. It's been fantastic, not only in this game, but also throughout the rest of the series, throughout the rest of this weekend, and throughout the rest of the semesters he's played. He's been absolutely dynamic.
And that's another reminder that this team before this series had not dropped a game. Across the weekend, throughout their work, and Canoe is going to make sure they know their name. The scoreline is cut in half with 4 minutes to go.
You know who could challenge Xink for that title? Canoe, especially in this series. I mean, holy cow. The LeBron versus MJ battle, like if you ever wanted to see that happen in person, you're seeing it right now. The best of the best. One in California, one of Ohio, in Benjamin Franklin High School and Beavercreek High School, respectively. Some of the best in the nation, and the rest of the teams here to support. It can't matter with a laser of a shot to equalize.
Talk about just set up plays. 12 seconds apart, these goals scored. It can't matter. Beats the double commit and the lone defender of Xink, who didn't take the correct angle to play the defense on it. And it hasn't been just these crazy outscoring games from Beavercreek. They're only outscoring Benjamin Franklin 11-6, but it has been the victories. It has been enough to bring them over the line time and time again. And with so much time left in this game, we're back to a tie ball game.
It's all that work for nothing for Benjamin Franklin High School early when they got the couple of goals to kick it off. Answered back-to-back from Beavercreek. Now they'll float this one. That one's on target. Nobody can get back to it. Hello? All right, the Rainbow. Beavercreek's got 3 in a row, and they've got the lead.
So tough. I mean, PC counting on their teammate in Xing to go up to it, but really just didn't have the boost. An incorrect angle on the low ground, and that forward work, both players punished. And again, we say it. Beavercreek might have dropped games throughout their regular season to work up towards this point. They might have dropped games even on this weekend, but they let you make mistakes, and punish they will. 4 straight goals.
That's a play that Zen makes. All the way up the ceiling, get the pinch, and then propel it forward off the back wall. Now, typically, Zen would finish that with a double touch of his own, but he was out of boost, so Yurick now just one step away from being able to be that level. That's insanity, the way he was able to get that high. That was a crazy play, but look at Coop trying to get this double touch, but it goes a little bit wide, unfortunately. But now PC, the follow-up, and they will score. Back and forth barn burner here in game number 5.
I mean, I love it. Well, we're on pace for like 17 goals across the course of this game. If that is it, so be it. I mean, this is a high-scoring feat, and honestly, I don't know who it favors, because Beavercreek has been so good at scoring often and keeping their lead, but as we've seen from Benjamin Franklin, they just love to explode on towards that offensive side, score multiple in a row. So with 3 minutes left, it really and truly is anybody's game. The good news for Beavercreek, they've still got this series advantage, and Yurikanu, what is this score?
Nobody can stop this man. Look at that. He just stayed with it. Call it luck. Call it what you want. He didn't boost away. He kept his car there, rolled a little bit on the air roll side of things to make sure that he continued forward to get that dunk. What can this man not do? You got to credit Griffin as well for setting him up and putting him in that situation in the first place as well.
Griffin entering this game was actually the goal leader, involved on so many of those. Has been a pivotal point of the offense. Back to the 2-goal advantage. It's another save from It Can't Matter. And more importantly, it just feels like the control, the neutral, the offense, everything has been there. On top of It Can't Matter's hat trick, that is Yurikanu scoring 2 of their own. That helps boost the confidence, helps recreate everything, and 4 out of those 5 goals have been assisted. Just playing so well as a team right now, Beavercreek is.
Still 2 minutes left here in this barn burner, so goals aren't necessarily coming at a premium right now. It's just coming at you left and right, so certainly not out of this game by any stretch of the imagination, especially the way that they're able to score on a regular basis. But, I mean, the defense of Beavercreek can step up in a heartbeat as well, so it's not exactly going to be extremely easy either. But Xing does the first step in the process. That's relieve a little bit of the pressure, allow the rest of the team to grab boost. But Yurikanu going to pressure them once more. They have to take a big save. It's BC able to step up just in time.
Ultimate, though, did cost them a chance to move their way forward. Griffin's just going to intercept it nice and easy. 0 boost again. They don't care. Pass towards mid. Shot and goal! It Can't Matter. Scores their 6th.
Man, oh man, is that the final straw? Yurikanu found a perfect pass. It Can't Matter, even though Coop was perfectly positioned, still couldn't get up to make that save. That's how great of a target that shot had, and he nailed it. Now his 6-3 lead's feeling more and more comfortable here for Beavercreek.
Feel good. It's got to be a lot and quickly. Now, mind you, Xing and crew known for their quick bursts of goals, but they need to just find some sort of offense, some sort of passing play, just looking all out of sorts. And that's what Beavercreek has done to so many teams across the weekend, across the regular season. Demo, flip reset, ascend in, and Yurikanu able to follow it up for even more.
Xing just trying anything, trying to chomp at it. Coop does get past 1 through Griffin. Now past 2, but Yurikanu, right place, right time. How many times have I said that in this series? And trying to get the backbreaker. Not able to get that yet, but still more time off the clock. And you see it dying down to almost 30 seconds left.
Goal every 10 seconds now or nothing here. It's another shot, another save. That is the third one from It Can't Matter. Their 820 scoreline, 4 goals, an assist, and 3 saves off of 6 shots is gonna be good enough. Benjamin Franklin, try as they might, Griffin makes another incredible ballerina save, and down to the double digits. Nobody's back. 3-0, score! Anyways, lucky number 7 into the sunset.
They took a team like Benjamin Franklin High School, who has been absolutely dynamic. They are the champions of California of the CIF, but it was Beavercreek High School from Dayton, Ohio, that won Esports Ohio. The Club Rocket League state champions now find themselves in the 2025 Scholastic Nationals as champions, hosted by League OS. Congratulations, Beavercreek High School, for their championship here tonight.
Incredibly done. I mean, a team that, like you said, worked away Benjamin Franklin, who, in their own right, earned their spot. Don't get it wrong that they swept everybody to get towards this point. Were the number 1 seed with the cleanest round-robin scoring. But when those two types of playstyles, when they connect together, it almost always benefits the team that is sitting back, allowing those mistakes to happen. And then, once they get a few games under their belt, you talk about moving forward, setting up your offense, and just slicing and dicing the defense. All I can say is Ohio's flawless in 2 weeks of play.
Crazy awesome. Yeah, Ohio completes the sweep here as they won Overwatch 2 just a week ago, and today they win Rocket League, the state of Ohio there. Beavercreek High School on the Rocket League side, so congratulations to them for being able to pull it out. And a great semester from Benjamin Franklin High School came in as the number 1 seed, in my mind at least, and then when it comes to playoff time today, also literally the number 1 seed, but they were bested here in this one. Does not take away from their incredible semester that they had as well. So chat, congratulate both Beavercreek High School and Benjamin Franklin High School for an incredible semester. Both of them have certainly deserved it in their respective regions. Llama, your final thoughts here.
I mean, it was an amazing day. I think not only do you thank the 2 teams here in the grand finals, but just all the teams. I mean, to make it towards this point, they either had to win or participate in their state championship. So 12 phenomenal teams got to enter across the day on Friday, got down to 8 here today. But it just goes to show you, it's not only about the students, but this would not be possible without all the coaches and teachers behind them, supporting them through this journey, and as well through LOS, who helped build an amazing portal to let these kids play for just an amazing opportunity, not only for a trophy, but some extra HyperX gear.
No doubt about it. So they get the trophy, the HyperX gear, which is fantastic. So big thank you from HyperX, or for HyperX, for joining us as well for this incredible journey, in addition to everything else. And of course, couldn't do it without the League OS portal as well, who is helping these high school students find the opportunities within college as well. You can search over 600 colleges by what games they play, where they are, degree programs they offer, while colleges can subscribe to search for those student prospects as well based on their competitive and academic performance too. I mean, it's just a great place to be, and to have somebody on board like this to be able to push you forward towards those future opportunities, like all of these students that we saw in the lobby here tonight will have naturally. They can do so through the LOS portal, and so can you as well. So want to give a big shout out where credit is due to everybody that supported this channel and this incredible couple of weeks that we've seen already.
And the credibility is going to continue. We'll actually be live in person for a couple of our next nationals at Maryville University. So if you can tune in person, make sure to go check that out, or make sure you're here in the Twitch stream to watch it all. But Beavercreek will earn their victory here tonight in a 4-1 fashion, finalizing themselves as the national champions. That is going to do it, though, for our broadcast. For Bear Light, for Llama77, and everybody else that makes us look so beautiful in the background, our producers, admins, and everything in between. We thank you all so much for watching the 2025 National Championships for Rocket League on LOS Scholastic. We'll see you all next time, hopefully, for those in-person ones at Maryville. For Bear Light and Llama, we say good night and goodbye.